Hello everyone, welcome. So, a lot of troop balances today, wow. We did the videos on them earlier. Today we're gonna kind of just be messing with them. Actually, pretty much all week we'll be messing with them. They did a lot of rebalancing that's going to change up a lot of different teams. So we'll be trying a good variety of them. Gonna be trying the nerfed ones as well, mainly just Corvash. I'll probably try Ranger on my lower account. Actually, both of them I'll probably be doing on my lower account, so we can kind of see how, what kind of happened with it. What troops? Explain. Oh, I did it during the video earlier, but, let's see. I still have them right here, so I can briefly explain them again right now. Let's see. Ajkulos has a 2 lower mana cost and 2 additional damage on him, so he got buffed. There was 8 buffs and 2 nerfs, or 9 buffs, 2 nerfs. Hydra got 3 higher base damage and 1 lower to cast. Keeper Souls is 1 lower mana cost. Moloch now has a 1-to-1 boost ratio on mana drained instead of 1-to-2. Orion now scales its bottom number slightly off of its magic. Scion got probably the biggest buff out of any of them. It now does 2 additional true damage every cast, and now it drains 7 from all enemies instead of the previous 5. Shadow Dragon, something small. It was a 3-to-1 boost ratio, now it's 2-to-1. Silent One has 2 lower of a mana cost. And Venoxia now does 4 true damage to all enemies per cast instead of 2. And as far as nerfs, Ranger now has a 4 times boost ratio instead of a 5, and you can refund it if you want. And Emperor Corvash got hit the hardest, now has a 15 mana cost, up from 14, and it no longer has stone skin, it now has armored, making it a lot less tanky. But yeah, that's everything that got changed. And I went into greater detail on them on the video, but that's pretty much just the basis of what ended up changing with all of them. We ended up going over a couple teams too. Out of all of them, it was probably the one that we showed last week that's still... It was funny, I showed this last week and then 2 things on it got buffed. Gorgolda, Marilith, Scion, and Moloch. Scion and Moloch both got buffed. This is a really fun team to use now, especially with the Scion. I really need to try more Scion teams. He is really strong now compared to what it was. It might not seem like much getting a 2 additional mana drain per troop, but that 2 additional mana drain is enough that it normally offsets them enough that they... Wait, what? Oh. I just realized something. It normally offsets them enough that they can't get a mana surge off a 3-pair to get all of their mana. But did you guys see that? I didn't actually ever see a team like that before. But because the Spirit Fox with Empowered is above the Forest Guardian, it actually reduced the Forest Guardian's mana down. Even though it has Empowered, it now only has 4 mana, because this then triggers. If he had the Spirit Fox behind the Nature Guardian, or Forest Guardian, I keep calling it Nature Guardian, it would have full mana, but because it put it in front, it ended up getting full mana, and then the other trait triggered, giving it down to half. So that's kind of funny. He just randomly mana drained his own team because of that. I kind of wish they would remove that kind of sinking issue, but well, it's not really a sinking issue. It's just whenever you do a troop with that has 50% whenever it gives it to all allies of a specific kind, the reason it drops it down to 50% is because they don't want people using multiple of them and just use like 2 of them to get 100%. So that's why it ends up dropping down, because it sets it to 0.5%, or half as much as whatever its full amount is. Let's see. Also, hello Bridget, hello Nate, hello JCG, hello Pandemonium. Wasn't really saying hi's. Also, let me move this. This is in the way of my chat. I have my whole interface there. Okay. Hello Jack Sparrow, hello Nate, hello Adrian, hello Maximus, hello Tox, and hello JG. Okay, now let me go through the chat because I actually missed quite a few as well. Still waiting to find Ajkulos is really good now. Oh, that better not devour something. Okay, good, it didn't go for it. It's still gonna get it off, though. Oh, ow. We could actually lose this. If he devours right now, we would actually lose. Potentially. Well, we'll just take some mana, I guess. Hopefully get that drain. We'll be distracted. Nope. Oh, wait, Spirit Fox. Well, that's not really gonna help. Can we get all of our mana and distract it? That would be ideal. Nope. Okay, well, as long as it doesn't devour, we're fine. Okay. Well, at least it's only a Marilith. The only color we don't use now is green. Let's see. Oh, no problem, Maximus. You got Amnesia. Is that good? Not too many uses for a Amnesia. I definitely would not advise trading it. The main thing you use it with is in all Daemon teams or as a exploding assistance. Using her with another exploding troop, you'll be able to loop quite a bit of mana between them. But as far as using her in most teams, you'd probably not really use her. She's very, very situational. She's actually one of the weaker mythics at the moment, but if you have her and you don't have any particularly good legends at the moment, she'd definitely be a good alternative if you don't have other options. And try putting her with something that can feed her mana of any of her 3 colors. Hello, Holmstrog, welcome. Also, good evening, Medi. Welcome as well. Well, that's what the backup one is for. This theme just falls apart so much without that Merilith. It needs it for that backup mana generation. Because it's the 3 of them that loop. We don't really need the last troop there. It's just extra. Alright, might as well just explode again. Get up the spam of Drain. Make sure his team can't do anything. Yeah, I really like Scion now. I'll need to make a couple different builds with it. Because it can just come up, so it didn't take the purple there. Because it can just keep the entire mana down on the enemy team. You don't need to worry about it really at all, as long as you can keep its mana up with looping. Though without the Merilith, that's a little bit harder because it's the Gorgotha Merilith combo that really gets that going. And since it devoured it, kind of took away a lot of that potential. He has that 1-to-1 ratio now, so it does a lot more true damage than what it did previously. Let's see. Oh, I guess we just go red, start getting the Moloch up, if nothing else. You have a Euro, Manta, Amnesia, Kraken, and Webspinner. That sounds pretty solid, actually. Let's see. Use Gorgotha for that? Wait, you're still doing request teams tonight? Yeah, I'll do request teams tonight if you guys want me to do any. I pretty much always take requests. So if any of you need help with building teams or want me to do any, feel free to leave them in chat. I will be experimenting with a couple of different ones, of course, too. But if you guys want to leave your own or anything for me to try, I'll, of course, do them as well. This match is going so ridiculously slow without the Merilith. And, of course, it's just going to keep draining us. And in doing so, it removes the yellow that we need for so many troops. I should try this with a silent one instead. It would be a little bit slower damage-wise, but they would literally not be able to cast at all. As long as we could get a decent start. Because this is taking forever to poke them down at this point because we don't have the Merilith is the main thing that does damage. Because it technically does 24 damage every single time it casts, because 6 per every single enemy. So it ends up stacking up quite a bit of damage, which is used to get the Scion to actually be able to kill. Without the Merilith, you don't have the mana looping, and you don't have the damage that you need to actually make Scion be able to kill, as well as Moloch be able to one-shot. You have Cabarrus in your Dragon team. Yeah, Cabarrus is very, very annoying these days. That 50% chance to devour is pretty devastating, especially because there's very few teams that actually use immunity to devour right now. So you don't really have to ever really worry about immunities for the most part. You still do on occasion, but it's not that active. Sure. Fire Mantle, Amnesia, Kraken, and where did the other one go? And Web Spinner. What did you recommend instead of Corvash for Valkyrie Justice map deck? Oh, you can do Dust Devil fully traded. You can use Mantis. You can use Archer fully traded. Archer class, that is. There's quite a few options. Basically, anything that doesn't use blue, you could essentially put in first slot there. But yeah, let me go try that one team that Tox just said. Let's clear this out. And where'd that team go? I just read it. There it is. Euro. Euro, Amnesia. Oh, wait, it's not double. Yeah. Oh, it's the first thing there. I don't know why I bothered trying to search her name. She's literally right there. Let's see. Oh, I only have one Amnesia? It took me so many resources to find an Amnesia, and I still only have one of her. There hasn't been any mythic that took me more resources than Amnesia. I think it was like, what was it, 350 VIP keys or something? Something ridiculous. Let's see, Kraken and Webspinner. Yeah, Kraken and Webspinner is a pretty good combo. It is completely mana blocked though. But as long as we keep Amnesia up, it should be fine. I would actually probably put this in the other order. Mainly so we could utilize the triple damage as well as get the green on the web spinner is more important because we could loop it with itself. Yarrow with web spinner, there's normally a little bit of conflict with that though, mainly because Yarrow can overwrite the greens. Kraken web spinner is fine though. Let's see. I'm looking for, you didn't say a banner. I'm probably just going to go double green actually. Because there's no point going brown red because we don't have anything else that uses brown or red on the team. So we'll just go double green and go from there. Let's see how this goes. Oh, he is using a little bit of an annoying team. Shouldn't be too big a deal as long as the death marks don't just randomly kill us. Because he will get a cast off. He's the only purple on his team. Or we could just keep blocking on purple. Okay, so color we need, green. I don't want to take too much off the board on green, if we can try to help it. Though if this green surges, we should be fine. Perfect. Don't take it. Good, okay. So let's start with that. No extra turn, but that's why I want to have the web spinner first in this team, just because it gets the mana before the Kraken. It's more important to have the web spinner there, because if it ends up getting extra mana, all of it will just leak into the Kraken anyways. Well, there's Ural. I don't really want to use it though because we need to try keeping the greens on the board at the moment. If he ends up clearing a bunch of greens, then I'll probably use a Ural. Like, okay, good. He didn't. Oh no, he kind of did go for it right there. So yeah, we don't actually have a green option. I could explode, which we might have to go. Oh, actually, there's a lot of red and yellow. We might as well go and start poking. Let's start on that. Ooh, did I just give it? No, I just gave it mana. Well, that's horrible. Famine's gonna probably kill with whatever it shoots at too. Yep, there goes Kraken. Well, we don't get to use that anymore. Let's see. Yeah, using Keeper of Souls is gonna be a lot more popular soon, especially once the Bone Dragon nerf actually gets into place. Because not only did it get buffed, Bone Dragon's gonna be nerfed, so basically going to be one of the only really viable options for it. Okay, we're going to fail here because he's just going to drain. So, yeah, we pretty much lose here. Team didn't end up working out. Famine drained us, then he got the other drain. Drains are still very annoying, and that team doesn't have anything in particular to counter it. Okay, so let's go and right over one of these other teams. What's this? The triple stats effect? Let's go right over this. Actually, let me do a Venoxia team around this. Let's see if we can build some kind of true damage Venoxia loop. Venoxia. Lady or Neural? Don't really need. I should use a Queen Mab though. Queen Mab is really good with it, even though it's not true damage. We're gonna need it for the freeze, if nothing else. I almost want to put a Valkyrie on here. I think I might just go for it. Valkyrie and then one other troop. We need something that's not Silent One. It's almost the exact same team, almost. Normally I'd use something like a Lady or an Arrow or something kind of just to keep it all going around. But I want to get some kind of true damage. Scion could kind of work. I don't want to give up our capability of getting freezes and extra turns though, because we'd lose it if we take out Queen Mab. I want to build it for cycling. Could put a Yarrow on that. Would actually cover the brown that we're not using. Though it's fine if we're not using brown. That would be quicker Valkyrie. What would be the best banner for Gorgotha, Giant Spider, Dragon Soul, and Creeping Death? You'd probably want to put that in a slightly different order. But as far as banner, you'd want to go with a... Actually, you have a lot of options that you could do with that. You might just want to go with the, what's it called? The +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow, the standard Dragon Soul. You could put a +2 on the Giant Spider, but it's probably better just rushing the Gorgotha. And at that point, you could just go like a brown-yellow for the Gorgotha or something instead. But definitely one of those three, probably. A brown-yellow, a double green, or a double blue, or just the standard Dragon Soul banner, +2 purple, +1 red, and -1 of the yellow. Okay. What to put here? I do want it loop oriented, but I still want true damage. What can loop that can do true damage? Marilith doesn't really count, though at this point we might just want to put her in. We're gonna have so much red already that it wouldn't really hurt to have more. We could probably put that. I don't know if I should put it in front of or behind. I think I might just actually put Marilith in front of it. So let's try this instead. Try it with a Marilith instead of a silent one. The main problem with silent one, even with the buff, is it doesn't have any damage, so it doesn't really speed up how quick the battle goes. Absol Banner, you've seen him use that. He uses Absol. I know, I have used it before. Normally I use it in a much different order though, and depending on the order that you used it in will dictate the banner that you use.
Mana surge, mana surge.
Because you can use the same exact troops and just do it in a different order, and it will normally dictate a different banner, depending on how you want to play the team. There's always more than one banner option for pretty much every single team, that's actually correct. It really just depends on how you want to play it. Because it depends if you want to get Gorgoltha first, if you want to get Dragon Soul first, or if you want to get Giant Spider first in that particular team. And you can go for any number of banners that will do either of those three options. Can you recommend a team for Keeper of Souls? Sure, I can do a Keeper of Souls team. Normally, I go with the... I should probably build a different one or something, because I always go for the exact same one every time anyone asks, which is Aberrath, Valkyrie, Giant Spider, and Keeper of Souls, simply because it's one of the strongest ones in the game as of currently. But we could try a different one as well, but I can show that one as well. It's just my personal favorite for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's enough. That's why I want to have the Queen Mab instead of the Scion, so we can actually do stuff like that. We're not even really using the true damage. We're mainly just using Venoxia loop, which is basically exactly what it was prior to the buff. I kind of want to build a team that's fully true damage oriented with it. I just hate giving up the loop aspect of it. I'd rather use it for looping because it normally is more efficient that way than trying to just true damage them down. Because if you can loop, it doesn't matter what kind of damage you're doing. Yep, didn't get the extra turn. Oh, you can just take a Valkyrie up. And we don't use brown at all. So if we could convert that, that'd be great. But there's just no options on the board. Go for red. Get our Queen Mab again. And still no extra turn for it. But oh wait, wow, we didn't even get enough mana for it. Let's see. Ooh, well, let's go for the grain. At least start casting it a bit more. He'll only take the skull. So hopefully we'll get a extra turn off that. Nope, no extra turn, but we got the mana we needed, so I guess it works out. With the changes to Draculus, is Crimson Bat better option for true damage, since Crimson Bat buffs his health as well as deal true damage? Wait, you mean Draculus, right? Or is Draculus still the better pick? What do you mean? Draculus got buffed. Draculus is way better of a pick now in almost every instance. Draculus got a double buff, not a double nerf. He got his damage increase and, well, amount of true damage that he does on his cast is increased by 2, and the mana cost required for him was reduced by 2. So he's a lot better option than a Crimson Bat now. Though you generally always use them together. If you have both of them, you just use them both together. They just are really good synergy. We can go show a combo with that. But yeah, Draculus is a lot better now. I didn't do that in the video earlier either. We can actually use that with a, well, we were just using 2. I said I wanted to do a team with Venoxia now. We can do that right then and there, because that would be pretty good with the Draculus. Oh, come on, Justice team. At least it's only with a Corvash. Corvash isn't really a threat anymore. But let's go write it over this and do something with a Venoxia built into the all-undead team. I don't know if we can actually get it all in there, though. Let's see. I think we might have to go without the magic buffs. We can do Draculus, Crimson Bat, and what else do we need? Oh gosh, we still need like so many colors. Oh, Gorgoltha would work though. Am I really going to do a Gorgoltha not on first slot? There are a couple teams that work that way, and I think I might simply because of Venoxia. And just rush Gorgoltha with a brown yellow. Oh, he does have Corvash though. This might not be a good example of it. because Corvash is going to mess this team up like crazy, but we'll still try it. We'll try it on the next team as well, because this is a little bit weaker towards the Corvash. Yeah, Draculus, however much damage he does is how much life he gains. So if I cast this right now, Draculus would gain 80 life, which is pretty insane. And that's not even with the magic buff either. And you can see now Crimson Bat and Draculus both do 20 damage. 20, or they both do the same damage. Yours, of course, will probably be a decent amount lower than that, simply because I have everything upgraded. But they do the exact same damage, assuming they both have the same level and ascension. So that's the main change that they made to it. So now there really isn't the argument that Draculus is less damage than a Crimson Bat. He still takes a lot more mana by 5, but he gets to gain all the HP. So overall, they're about even at this point. Of course, if you still wanted to stick with all damage, you'd want to go with Crimson Bat, because Crimson Bat's traits are also offensive, whereas pretty much everything with Draculus is defensive. He has armor, he has immunity to death mark, he gains life whenever he's in first slot and takes a skull, and of course his ability gives a huge amount of life. No ability gives more life than his. Well, we'll just go purple. This is why we did the Venoxia. Let's get it going. Hopefully it doesn't miss. If so, we're giving him so much blue. Slight miss. At least we didn't give him blue. Gave him green, but he doesn't actually use the green. Ah, he got frozen on Venoxia. Actually, he got frozen on our green and our blue. That's going to be a little annoying, because now we can't Venoxia loop anymore. Oh, at least we can get Gorgultha up. Too bad. I can't use Gorgultha to cleanse because it's not in first slot. Well, let's just do that. He's getting dangerously close to casting his ability. Luckily, he didn't go for that mana, though there wasn't any available. Well, unless we get some kind of cleanse, we're not going to be able to get Venoxia off for extra turn. They'd both have to cleanse this turn. Plus, they're about to get refrozen. Oh, wow. I actually only froze one of them, it looked like. But it's still on blue, so it's still going to be stopped. Oh, and it drains it. Yep, that's what I was afraid of if I was going to use this team. And yep, it just happened right there. Should be able to work around it, though. Crimson Bat should be fine. I might even wait a turn if it doesn't happen to go for mana, which it doesn't. So it doesn't matter if we get a kill there or lose a troop there. We can just take... Oh, gosh, we didn't get Surge. We're going to have to wait another turn. Oh, good, he missed. And we're not frozen on yellow right now either, so we can just take whatever. We are frozen on red, but we need red, so we might as well just take it. We'll take the yellow first, though, and then see where that puts things. Oh, there we go. That's where it puts things. But yeah, Draculus is a lot better than Crimson Bat if you happen to have it. In most instances, not all. There are quite a few instances where Crimson Bat is more, which is better. Mainly if you're using it offensively. But the main thing ability difference that they have is Crimson Bat does true damage to all of them and then gains a static amount of life. It'll do 16 every time, regardless of his damage is 0, 1, 1,000,000,000, or whatever it might be. Whereas Draculus, his life gain is based on how much damage he does. This actually originally, back in the day, used to be Crimson Bat's ability. And of course, it used to only cost like 15 or however much mana it used to cost back then, I forget. But when it was extremely broken. There was even a bug with it where even dead troops would take the life. Crimson Bat for about a month was like the most ridiculous troop in the game. But you can see right here, he gains all the life. So here he goes all the way up to 111 life because he gains however much life in damage he just did. So a maximum of 80 right there, 20 per troop. But if they have a lower amount of HP, it does it a little bit lower. So you do want to use a Draculus than your Crimson Bat. The only reason I have the Crimson Bat in front of it is because if I put the Crimson Bat behind it, the Crimson Bat would be completely blocked. Whereas if it's in front of it, we can still get green on the Draculus. But if we put it the other way around, we wouldn't be able to get any color on our Crimson Bat. So that's why we have it in that order as well. Even though we should be casting Draculus first. It's better just to get both their manas up and then start casting. And all we need now is one more poke and that'll do it out. Also, hello Josh, if I didn't say hi already. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Oh, no problem, Ryan. Yeah, I might have spoke a little bit too quick or something on it. But yeah, he got buffed by quite a bit. 2 lower mana costs and 2 additional damage. Hello, Dbarrel. You see you... Oh yeah, I did doctor my headset. I didn't end up getting one. I'm probably just gonna order one online. So I'm just did this like little weird repair to it. It's not even really a repair. All I did was chop off this one, put some electrical tape over it, and now it's and now I just use this. The left side's still functioning. It was only the right one that had an issue. But yeah, I'm just using this weird headphones that only has one side of headphone for now until I order a new one, which I'll probably be doing within the next week or so. I just don't want to like rush into just buying one that I don't really want, because I'll be using it for another probably about a year if it can last that long. I'm using it basically until the next one breaks, or you know, when I order the next one. So I do want to make sure it's one that I actually want, because I'll be using it for at least a year. So I'm just using like this repaired one for now until I get the replacement. I haven't really been having that much issue with this, except for the fact that only my left ear gets to listen. A little bit weird, but it still works to its fullest extent for now, so it's fine. Looks way back like in the radio days. Let's see. Oh yeah, you could definitely use Finnair with Wolf Garrick. That's about the best thing you could possibly place with it. I believe the team I normally go with is Wolf Garrick, Finnair, Cabarrus, and Nature Guardian is what I normally do with it. If you don't have Nature Guardian, you can replace it out for another McGrim Woods, I believe. Even probably the hero class would be sufficient, or something along the lines. But that's normally what I do with it: a Wolf Garrick, Finnair, Cabarrus, and Nature Guardian, or Nature Spirit, whatever it's called. I keep calling it by its wrong name. What is the reasoning behind for always having headphones on? You're just curious. Oh, mainly because of the audio. Because if I didn't have headphones on, the mic right here would pick up on the audio that you hear in the background. And if I end up doing that, then there'd basically be an infinite echoing of the in-game music into my microphone, and then back into the stream, and then back into the microphone, and it would just be one whole mess of sound. So that's the main reason for wearing headphones. There's literally no other reason other than that. Because my mic will pick up on all of it if I don't have it in. Oh gosh, Bone Dragon. I can't wait till you get nerfed. Oh, by the way, something I haven't mentioned in any of the videos yet, nor in this stream, though if you read the changelog, you probably saw it, but they did say that the next patch is coming in about a month. So to answer the question that I was saying earlier on, oh, is them coming before or after the next patch? It's coming after. I can almost guarantee it. They didn't actually confirm that, but based on what they've already said, that can pretty much be make the conclusion of that. So yeah, next patch is in about a month or so, unless they end up delaying it for whatever reason because it gets denied or whatever might happen with it. But next patch is about a month from now, so we do know that. Still haven't heard anything new on the redeem codes though, but I assume more towards the new patch they'll probably have more information on that. They end up making a little post on the forum too about some information about it. Nothing, it was basically all teaser stuff though. Nothing really concrete that we could really share, which is why I didn't bother going over it. They basically just said that the next patch is Guild Wars, which pretty much everyone already knows, and just a couple other things on like why it's been delayed and just everything like that. I can go get the link for that too if any of you want to read it. There's not really any interesting information on it for the most part though, except for a couple images that are kind of teasy. I wish they would just do a video for it already, explaining everything. They're trying to put it off for as long as possible. But let me go get that link real quick, because I'm pretty sure some of you may not have seen it. I'm not going to do like a video or anything for it. I will when they do like a more concrete one of it. There's not really that much information in the most recent one they did, but I might as well go post a link for any of you that want to see it, read it, whatever with it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Somewhere's here. Seriously, where'd it go? Oh, I'm trying to look for it under the spoiler thread. Never mind. Official news. Guild Wars sneak peek #1, which means there's definitely multiple. Obviously, they showed like nothing in here, yet it has like 100 something comments on it because everyone's commenting about it, speculating, all that stuff. So let me go get that link real quick for any of you that want to see it. Just open that in a new tab. That's all the information that we currently have on the new Guild Wars, which is basically nothing. It says almost nothing about it. It says basically what the central idea of Guild Wars are going to be, but it doesn't really say like anything about it, except that you would have to sign up for it. So there's never going to be inactive guilds on it, which is going to be kind of nice, because in PvP you sometimes get inactive people. They have tried setting it up so it wouldn't really happen as much, but it does happen quite a bit. And the way that they're going to be setting up Guild Wars will actually most likely completely negate out the inactive guild problem. So that'll be kind of nice. Other than that, it doesn't really say too much on it. Until the future. Hopefully in a week or two they'll have a lot more information on it. You can't wait. I know, I can't wait till Bone Dragon gets nerfed. There's so many different teams I could start using on a regular basis if it does. Because Gorgoltha is excessively overused right now, even if the team doesn't even need it. Mainly because, well, actually, Gorgoltha does synergize with pretty much any team, but you just need him for Granite Skin. Bone Dragon does deal so much skull damage. I'm really curious what they're doing with Gloomleaf as well. I don't know if they're actually going to be changing the trait. I really wish they did, but they will be changing Gloomleaf as well. Something that was posted in the changelog that some of you may not have seen is that they will be, of course, nerfing Bone Dragon, and that they're doing a change to Gloomleaf. They didn't really say what either of them are going to be, but I'm kind of curious if the change to Gloomleaf will be anything useful for skull spam, because right now, Gloomleaf was made essentially to be the anti-skull spam troop, but with stun added and just the fact that its trait is so weak and its ability is so weak for how high the mana cost is, it didn't really get that to be that effective at doing its job. So hopefully when they rework it, it'll be used a lot more, because Gloomleaf basically sees no action these days. Early game is about the only time you'd really even use it, mainly because the amount of armor it could steal is pretty high, but it doesn't actually get to use that armor in any way, so it doesn't really, it's not really that effective. Oh, that's the main thing why I haven't been using Venoxia too. Well, it just died. It is a little bit towards the flimsier side, but it's because of Humility and a few others that trigger whenever you hit their HP, because Venoxia hits people's HP more than any other troop in the entire game, and that can backfire against many teams, including, of course, against the Humility, which is kind of happening right now a little bit. Don't mind him armor buffing though, because there's pretty much nothing that can do. We just hit straight through the armor. Oh, brown. I just gave it free brown. I should have taken. But at this point, all we really need to do is just Crimson Bat twice, and that's match. He can keep looping that all he wants. He's not going to get anywhere. Do you think that the Bone Dragon nerf could change the teams we see at high level play? Oh yeah, definitely will. Bone Dragon, I'm almost guaranteed, will not be used once it gets nerfed. Or at least not nearly as much as it is now. People will probably go with the annoying disable builds or something like that. I don't know. There's any number of builds that could really be used.
Mana surge.
It'll really depend on two things probably. What kind of troops are in the next kingdom, as well as what the Gloomleaf and Bone Dragon rebalances actually are, as well as any other troops that they may rebalance. Though I think they already did all the rebalancing now before the patch, because they basically already said in the patch, like, all the ones that they were going to change, as well as the ones they're doing in the future. So I don't think they're actually going to be doing any changes for their patch, other than Bone Dragon and Gloomleaf. I wish they would do a few more than that, because there's definitely more than just what they changed and those two that need changes. But I noticed almost all of them were legendaries that they changed. The only two that weren't were Draculus and Ranger. Ranger because it's so overused in early game, and Draculus, actually I don't know why they buffed Draculus. Draculus was already pretty solid. I guess just to make it a more aligned with Crimson Bat, I guess. Is the only reason I could really think of for that. Also, let me try the Damon Drain team again. We haven't really been able to do it on stream that well yet, because we keep doing... Actually, keep going against teams that counter it. Let's try this one more time. And if any of you guys have any other builds, feel free to leave them in chat. I'm still going to do a couple other ones as well, of course. There's still a lot more things we need to do. One thing I still need to do is I haven't tried Bone Dragon. I haven't tried Shadow Dragon since it got changed. It got a very, very small change, but it's still enough that We might as well try it. I really wish they would have done something to its ability though, or at least gave it a 1-to-1 ratio instead of 1-to-2. The amount of change they did to it's like so minimal. They almost like was almost pointless doing it. It's just a 2-to-1 instead of a 3-to-1 ratio now, which doesn't even increase his damage by 50% like it did to Moloch. Hello, Jack. Welcome. Let's see. And today you got your first Bone Dragon. Well, it's not nerfed yet. Bone Dragon's still just as powerful right now as he has always been. You still have about a month to use your Bone Dragon that you just got before he gets nerfed. And console people have a long while before it gets nerfed. They probably have like 3, 4, 5 months before all that gets nerfed on their side. But yeah, you still have a solid month before Bone Dragon actually receives his nerf, so use him while you can. And don't feel bad trading him either, because when they nerf it, it'll be refundable, just like what Corvash and Ranger is now. Whenever they nerf anything, they give a full soul and trait stone refund for it. So you never really have to worry about putting trait stones into something like that you think might get nerfed, because you can always just get all of the trait stones back without hassle at all. Hello, Chris James. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I haven't even done like half the new troops yet during this stream. We're already like a half an hour in. I haven't even done half of them yet because there's just so many different ones that we need to do. Well, let's get that drain off. Not getting as good of a loop this time around. I should probably try Scion first slot now. Do like a double Scion team. The only problem with that is you need at least one other really big true damager. And double Scion probably wouldn't work because the Scion alone is very, very small damage compared to other options.
Mana surge.
You'll never refund due to you trying to get stars on the kingdoms. Well, it only undoes it temporarily. I normally go for every refund, or at least I used to back when I didn't have as many resources on this account. But I used to go for basically every refund and just kind of hold the resources for a little bit just to see if anything new comes into the game, and then just put them right back in if nothing else does. Because it's almost always better to go for the refund than not to, because if you go for the refund and you decide you want to eventually trade something of that color, you easily can. But if you don't go for it and then, like, let's say, like, well, you probably won't because it's the event right now, but let's just say, like, 2 months from now, there might be a mythic that uses brown-blue, and you didn't refund your Corvash, and now you won't have enough brown-blue. Normally, that would be the case, but in this case, you kind of actually don't need to, now that I think of it, you kind of don't need to refund a Corvash, because you can get brown-blue this week, so this is, like, the one exception to it, because literally the color that you get to refund is the one that you can just buy this week, so you don't really need to worry about it. But in most cases, when they do end up rebalancing, it's normally better just to go for the refund, because you never know if a couple weeks from then, or a month or 2 months, there might be a troop even better than the one that just got nerfed that you'd probably want to have trait stones on. And if you don't have enough, then you'd have to grind it, and it saves having to do needless grinding time. And okay, let's see if we can just get this going. Come on, all we need is like one Scion, one anything, and we can kill it. There we go. As long as he doesn't, don't you dare. Good. There we go. Well, let me go try a different team now. Let's go try one with a Shadow Dragon of some kind. Is Draco good? Draco 1337? Unfortunately, no. He's not particularly good. I would not advise really using him that much. He's not going to be horrible, but I'd wait to see when the next Adana thing is. The next Adana patch. Let me go check when that is. Because the next Adana patch may make him viable. As of this current, based on what's currently in Adana right now and just within mechs, there isn't really any team that you can use with a Dracos 1337 to make him viable. But there will be some in the future. Let me go find that one post real quick and see when is the next Adana. Adana is coming on... Oh, it's a while from now. Oh, wow, a long while. It's not coming until the 10th of not even next month, of April. The 10th of April is when the next Adana is coming. Wow, that's a while from here. But then at that point, Dracos 1337 would probably have viable options. You got 2 Dracos today, and you were hunting for your Imp of Love. Oh yeah, is Imp of Love in the drop pool right now? I actually forgot to double check when the things are. Let me see. Winter is from December to January. February. Oh yeah, February and March is Imp of Love. So Imp of Love isn't the drop pool right now. I haven't seen a drop of it, but I don't think I've actually really done that many chests during it. I don't really need it though. I just need the main one I need of all of the imps is, let me see, it's the autumn one if I'm not mistaken. Where's Eternal? Where'd he go? I know there's a kingdom name for it. Where'd it go? Primal, I mean. Never mind. But yeah, the only imp I don't have at Mythic right now is the autumn one, which if I'm not mistaken is August and September is when the autumn imp is in the drop pool. I have a whole video on all the dates for it, but I believe it's August and September. But yeah, that's the only one I don't have at Mythic. Just need 3 more copies of him. It's not doesn't really matter though. They're not associated with a kingdom, and him in general you never use in a team. You'd use Behemoth before you use an autumn imp, or even an honor or something. So you really have no need to use them anyways. You can get any imp from legendary tasks. Oh, can you get any imp from a legendary task? I actually haven't seen that yet. I think I only ever got 1 imp from it, and that was back when more of them were in the drop pool. But let's go try doing a Shadow Dragon team right now. Or then again, oh, Keeper Souls. No, I'll go for the Shadow Dragon right now. Let's use the Shadow Dragon all dragon team and try messing around with that. Dragon Soul. Actually, there's not that many dragons that can actually true damage, is there? Let me see. Wait. Is it really the only dragon that can do true damage? Really? No wonder why he has no synergies. Or very few. Yeah, he is. Oh, and Venoxia. Oh! Almost forgot Venoxia is a dragon. It doesn't really look like a dragon because of this picture of it. But if you look at its full picture, it actually has wings and everything. But you never get to see the full image. The only time you ever see the full image is once during the fight, the boss fight from it in Mist of Scales. That's the only time you ever see its full image. And it does have full wings and everything. Like, if you ever see the full image of it, I could go in the files and bring it up real quick. Actually, let me go do that, because a lot of people don't normally, like, wonder, like, why Venoxia is a dragon. But if you ever see a full image of it, it's pretty obvious why. It only take me, like, 30 seconds to go find it real quick. Let's see. Icons. Oops, never mind. Let's see. Res, graphics, 3. And let's see. Boss battles. Boss. And there it is. Okay, so let me just get this into the interface then. Get that onto a desktop. And just put this on anywheres. Okay, where can I put this thing? Let's put it over the... What do I not have up right now? There we go. Do it over that image. And where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oops, and I don't have it visible. But yeah, it does have wings. You can see its wings and everything there. Let me actually make this a little bit smaller so we can see that all at once. Oops. Wow, it's so huge. It's so vertically huge. But yeah, you can see it like has wings and everything like that. But normally what you see is only the top half, and you don't really get to see the bottom half there whenever you normally see the icon. But yeah, Venoxia is indeed a dragon. You just can't normally tell because the image that you normally see of it doesn't really show much of its dragon-like details. But yeah. Anyways, minimize that. And let's get back. I have so many things open. I have like 3 different Steam windows open somehow. Okay, so let's see. What do we need for this? I almost want to put a giant spider in here just to get it mana. Venoxia would be able to feed it too, so that wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Of course, we won't have a dragon in there, but how do I spell that wrong? Giant spider. And what else do we need? A purple. No, we just need a red and brown. Red, brown. Shegra, go. I think I might just Shegra. It works pretty good with Venoxia. Doesn't work with the board control we have, but we'll make it. Let's just call it True Venoxia. Kind of true damage. Partially, not really, slightly. There we go. True Venoxia. And double blue banner. I'm just going to rush this giant spider. There we go. Okay. I could even gone frozen banner just with a brown one. Oh, not a Wraith. Gosh, let me repick this thing. I'm not going to battle that thing with this. Oh, I can't wait till we stop seeing... Oh, don't you do this to me. Why? I'm glad this doesn't normally happen during video, so I don't have to redo the recordings. but it feels like this always happens on stream. It just, whenever you repick, it just sometimes wants to go into an endless loop loading screen. I hope they fix that for next patch. That's been around since the repick button existed for this type of PvP. It didn't used to do it on the previous PvP system, but on the current one it does, and it's very, very annoying. Oh, you finally got Anusceptor, nice. Anusceptor is pretty useful, but given that Tyree and stuff is in the game now, you don't get as much usage of it. Especially Astral Spirit, which gets to do it from the first turn, plus do true damage on top of it. Plus it can aim at any color. For some reason, they used to have, or it's still in effect, Anusceptor cannot actually aim at blue, yet Tyree and other things can aim at its own color, which is a little bit weird. I wish they would change Anusceptor already just to be able to target blue, because every other troop that can remove a color from the board, even Tyree that can destroy one, can target its own colors, whereas Anusceptor cannot. That was mainly because they thought it would probably be too overpowered when they initially made it, but then they end up making even more powerful troops, and even those weren't even viable with it. So I wish they would just already just do that to the Scepter, because in its current state, it's pretty weak in most cases, except for maybe Arena, because you can't actually bring a Tyree or something into Arena. No, we get both of them up at once. That's not exactly what we needed to have happening. I guess we get rid of red and hopefully get it on the yellow to purple. I removed too much. Oh, good. We still have the alignment, though. Okay, so we definitely easily get to poison the entire enemy team. I think we got it looping, which is what I really wanted to do with it. Yeah, looping Venoxia is actually pretty lethal right about now, these days. Now that it can do all that extra damage. We don't have any alignment anywheres. Might just take a green and hope we get extra turn next turn. Let's see. Oh, you got it last VIP chest? Nice. Yeah, the wing kind of is covered by its name. That's why you normally can't see it. But in this icon, you don't even see it at all. But if you check on its name, it kind of is there. You just can't really see it because it's like right down there. And you definitely can't see the full span of it. Okay. Well, let's just Venoxia again. Pretty much every epic and every kingdom epic and every kingdom legendary in the entire game has an icon that actually shows more of their body than what normally shows on the card. Even with some of the kingdom epics, there's a lot to their body that you normally don't see, that they actually have visually done in the files. You only ever see it because it only shows up in the quest line. And for the bosses, you basically never see it because it only shows up once when you fight them for the one and only time you ever fight them in the kingdom. What do we do here? Do we bother with Shadow Dragon? I think it will backfire more than it will help. Yeah, Venoxia is still a little bit slow trying to kill it with true damage, that's for sure. I tried to speed it up some by using a Shadow Dragon, but not really. Shadow Dragon really didn't get that much of a buff. You might as well not even count as a buff. It's more of just rebalancing him to make him more into not useless. But even then, that was basically no change at all to him. Can we Giant Spider just to clear out some board? We can do it on green. That's like the last color I want to aim at, though. Oh, we're entangled. That's not good. Could actually win this, which would be pretty sad. Oh, do we really have to use this on purple? I think we do. I mean, on green. I mean, colors, how'd they work? On yellow, because I wanted to save those for the Shadow Dragon. Oh wait, I could have done that for the Shadow Dragon. Duh. He had mana already. Fail. Jotnar Storm Shield is in a glory chest. Oh, you just got a Jotnar Storm Shield from a glory chest. Very nice. Wow. Yeah, this team isn't working out. This team definitely is not working out. Also, look at him at 1 HP, and I'm probably not going to even hit him right now. Because we can't do it with a Venoxia. We only have a 1 in 4 chance. If it doesn't hit him, we might as well just leave. Yeah. Oh no, actually we got lucky enough. Okay. Here we go. Shadow Dragon. 1 in 3 chance. Nope. Oh, if he gets that Bone Dragon off, it's pretty much match. Let's just retreat for now. Yeah, this team didn't work out. Yeah, Venoxia didn't get too huge of a buff, nor did, well, Venoxia kind of did, but Shadow Dragon does not to actually be able to use it, unfortunately. The only thing I'd probably use it for is to feed a Dragon Soul, but it hasn't really improved any because you don't actually use his true damage on that kind of team. And you can't really make a team that feeds him yellow. The only thing you could really do for that is maybe an Alchemist at best. But teams like that would be a little bit clunky. You could maybe do a Hellcat Alchemist. Actually, let's try that. Let's try that. Might as well. Alchemist, Hellcat, and one other troop. This is going to be a very weird team, but we might as well try it. Hellcat and let's see. Let's actually put the Hellcat in front of it, and why not Queen Jezebel? Why not? It's about the only thing of that color that we can really do to feed the mana. Oh wait, never mind. I almost forgot. Naga Queen transforms all browns to red. That might work. This is going to either extremely fail or work. No, this is actually going to fail. I might as well not even try this. This does way too little damage. Unless they do Queen Jezebel or something. It has the looping, but if we don't have the damage, it doesn't matter how long it loops for. Or, I guess it kind of does, but it'll just end up losing, inevitably. I don't even know what to call this. I don't think it fits. No. Sure. Trying to make something with Shadow Dragon work. We'll need a brown and one other color. How much mana does it take? 14? It's being blocked by Hellcat, though. Almost just feeling going double on it. We'll just go with a brown-yellow. See if we can make that work. Okay. Bone Dragon is probably going to tear us apart. Use a hero weapon. With which team? This one? Which one are you doing right now? Nothing Beast, Gorgotha, Kraken, Justice, Queen Mab. Oh, the Justice team using the Kraken Gorgotha combo. I have seen quite a few people do that. You can go try that afterwards as well. Yeah, I like experimenting. I know that most of these are going to be slightly slower. If I really wanted to do quick teams, there's quite a few that I could just do that are pretty consistent with it. But I like being able to experiment some. I hate having to constantly use the same troops over and over again. And whenever they change stuff like this, it's always fun to see what all the possibilities are. Even if they are horrible, it's fun just trying them, seeing what's possible. Even if they do end up completely failing. But this one actually didn't fail, it doesn't look like yet. It's not going horrible. Also, he can just keep feeding himself. Oh, we have alignment again. Aw, almost got it right there. Okay, so we can't drop that. We'll probably just take the blue and then Queen Jezebel it. Or then again, we have full mana on everything. We don't even need to. Oh, wow. This is actually looping pretty decently. Do we have Shadow Dragon up? Yes, we do. Don't have alignment, though. I don't think. No. And we can't convert anything over, so we might as well just Queen Jezebel then. And poke him down with a burn. And come on. Yeah, there we go. That's what we need. So we'll just convert that out. And take the mana we need. And then hopefully we can start Hellcatting or something. Yep, on blue. Wow, this is actually going on and looping for a decent amount of time. Nope, now we are out of options. Green maybe? Brown? Trying to see if we can move anything to where we need it. Doesn't look like it though. We can get a Shadow Dragon off, but then we won't have any follow-up if we get rid of the Alchemist cast. Okay. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. This is looping for quite a bit of time. Actually surprised that it loops this well. Also, thank you, Larry Provincial, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. It's still going pretty strong, though both those colors I don't want to have to convert. Green would be ideal, but we don't get an extra turn off it. I might just have to commit to one of them, like purple. It's like the last color I'd want to have to remove, but better than doing Alchemist color, because we need that to be able to convert now, which also has no alignment. Yep, there we go. We can just do that on green, I guess. Not going to give us that much mana, though. It's still going. And now we can just shadow. Oh no, we can't. Oh yes, we can. That one off the top just helped us. Let's see. Doesn't look like we have anything now. We'll take the 2 extra turns. Oh wait, we're frozen. Hello, Dragon Soul. Forgot about that. Ah, I could have kept looping too. And now we can't because he's frozen. I can do a Hellcat, but that's about it. If I do any of the other 2 colors, we won't be able to take the extra turn. Oh yeah, and we're entangled. But we'll let him die, so now we don't have to worry about it. And we can actually get rid of red now because we don't need it for loop. And this will kill whatever it touches. Of course it goes for the weaker one instead of the stronger, come on. So now that won't be able to kill him. But 1 skull will be enough and that'll be match. You can always just Queen Jezebel it. Or actually Burn might kill it if it doesn't get full mana. There we go. Okay, so let me go try Cody's teams then. With the Gorgotha Kraken Justice team. Has that tankiness. Let's try against our revenge battle first, and then we'll go and do it against a real battle. Of course, this is just to farm the resources off of it. Let me go do it over Suggested Team. Get it in the Justice team. Justice, Queen Mab, the base of the Justice team. And then put in our other assisting. Kraken to feed the mana and get Devours. Gorgotha to tank and to cover the rest of the colors. Or actually, we are missing a color. Red, but that means we can go with a banner. Where's Frozen Banner? I think I just passed it. I hate that's the only one without an icon. When it first came out, I thought that was a visual glitch. They just forgot to put it or something. But that's actually intended. I have no clue why. Are double courage teams corny? They're actually pretty fun. But yeah, they are kind of corny. Because there's a glitch with it right now. With skull spam that makes it trigger a lot more than it should. So they end up doing ridiculous amounts of healing and attack buffing for your team. Double Courage fully traded is insanely overpowered right now, but they're probably fixing the bug with it next patch. They haven't mentioned anything of it, but they normally don't mention the bugs that they're fixing, mainly because if they did, the list of how many bugs they would have to fix would be so large, and they don't publicly probably like to say how broken the game is. Most devs don't do that though. Even when they put change logs of bug fixes, they normally don't put every bug fix to make it seem like they didn't have as many bugs. Well, let's just do down Skull, get our free revenge and everything.
Mana Surge.
Okay, so let's go try this team. Oh, that Kraken better not get something off. Let's try this against an actual battle. That one was, of course, just for farming resources. Okay, right off the bat, we'll just let it skull. We're not poisoned yet, and even if we were, he's hitting Gorgotha. Actually, never mind. We'll just take it. I want the brown. If we can get skull for it, might as well. And he still ends up getting it, but now he gets the mana from it too. And we do get entangled from it, but that's not too big a deal. He basically has no explosions, but we just need to just wait on, just wait it out until he gets cleansed. Actually, that's kind of curious. I've never tried this yet. I hope we do stay entangled. How many explosions will we do if we cast this? It's probably pretty sure it'll be 3, but he does cleanse himself. I wonder if it cleanses first, then does his ability, or if it does his ability, then cleanse. I'm pretty sure it's the other way around, and it'll only do 3 explosions. But I haven't actually tested this yet, mainly because there's basically nothing in the game that can really web, or at least nothing that's really used. So let's see if we can get him to trigger it. So we'll take our yellow right here. We're going to be webbed, which will reduce our magic down to 0. So since he cleanses himself, this should probably do 3, but I'm kind of curious what order it will do it in. Yeah, it does the cleanse second, and it does the explosion first. So unfortunately, you can't do that to cheese your way to get all the way to full explosion. It does do the reduced number, or at least for the initial one. Yeah, he does cleanse afterwards, unfortunately. Go, Devour. Ah, I didn't get it. At least we got the extra turn. Well, that's match. Actually, didn't we have Queen? Oh, we didn't have Queen Mab right there. If we did, that would have been the win. But that's the win as well. Yeah, it is pretty solid. And I like that it uses a Gorgultha. Normally, I don't bother using a Gorgultha with a Justice team. But in dropping the Valkyrie, you actually can, because you can use the Kraken to loop the blues. And you can even do blue-purple if you really wanted to as well, instead of blue Skull and Justice. Because that would work pretty well, because it'll keep enough blues and purples on the board that you can just keep doing extra turns and looping between the Kraken and the Justice, and then just throwing in Queen Mabs whenever there's a whenever the board is available for it. Okay, so let's just get all the mana we need to get Gorgultha up. Not too worried about Stargazer. There's like 5 blues on the board. He's actually helping us at the moment, because there's so little blues that he's just getting more gems off the board that we'll be able to use. Because whenever there's one color off the board, it becomes really easy to get something to loop. Even though we're primarily doing blue, we could always just do the Justice on a different color and get that rolling.
Mana surge.
Oh, he's gonna remove yellow. I think that'll be fine as long as we can take a brown. We can, but I have to take the red first, and then that would remove. Oh no, we can still take the brown. Never mind. Okay, so we can't drop that. Can't drop that. Wait, can I drop this? No, that wouldn't work. So we might as well just go brown. And then go for the explosion. Oh, come on, I got that turn. He's actually using a very weird team right now. What even is this? Also, the objective this week is treasure maps again. I guess we have to do treasure maps. I think this is like the second or third time that it was treasure maps. So I guess we got to use all of them this week. Well, not all of them, you know what I mean. Okay, Stargazer's now annoying, because that one actually did set us back a little bit. The first one wasn't that bad, but that second one definitely was pretty devastating. Now it's going to take a little while before us to build up the board. One explosion is normally enough, though. We can just Gorgultha it. What increases the chance of getting a Mana Surge? Your Mana Surge chance is dependent on how much Mana Mastery you have. There's a really weird complex formula for it. The main thing you need to know is more Mana Mastery equals more Mana Surge. The other thing you should note about it is it does diminish over time, so, or diminish based on how high it is. So the first few hundred, or actually like the first 80 is like really effective, then the next 50 is somewhat effective, and then everything beyond that's like not that effective at all. I'll go explain that a little bit better in the other screen in a moment. A little bit weird to say just out loud. As far as the formula for it, I do not know it off the top of my head. It is posted somewheres. It's not a simple, well, it's a kind of simple formula, but it's not something you could easily do in your head, and there's no reason to ever need to. But let me just go explain that real quick. But every single level, you can get a hero mastery whenever you level up. Unfortunately, I'm past level 1000. It goes every level up to 1000. You'll get a hero mastery, which you can put on any of the colors. You also get them from your guild. Every single guild statue you have, every single level on it gives more of a surge chance. If we go into our guild right here, we can see a bunch of numbers on these, and these increase our mastery as well. And the other thing that increases mastery, there's quite a few things, are kingdoms. Once you upgrade them, those will give masteries, and if you use 4 of a single color on a team, it will also do a mastery that way. But essentially, if you go under your hero menu right here, all you'll really need to know about it is this menu right here, and it calculates it all for you. And these are your surge chances whenever you take that specific color. So if we take a purple, we have a 66% chance that will surge. What you should note is that surges, this only occurs on 3 pairs. Whenever you take a pair of 3, this is the only thing that this is effective upon. 4 times always have a 0% chance of giving a surge, and 5 times and higher always have a 100% chance of giving a surge. One other thing to note about when a pair actually surges is it doesn't double it, it just gives it that additional 3, or however many. Like if you take a 5 times surge, it'll then give 10 mana. But if you had a +1 banner to it, it would take the +1 after the fact. It wouldn't give you 12, it would give you 11. So let's say we had a +1 purple. We get a mana surge on that 66% chance. That will end up giving us 7 mana, not 8, because the banner or whatever link you might have does not get doubled. It does however many you have within the surge, it times that by 2, and then it adds all of the other ones on top of it. It doesn't get multiplied in. But yeah, the surge chance, every single time those masteries that I was saying earlier, it's actually going through what all of them are. You can see, you just keep scrolling through them. But those are what, class also helps increase it some. But that's the main thing that increases it. It does diminish a lot after about 100 though. And by about 200, there's almost no point in getting higher mastery, because you already have such a high surge chance that there's every single value is basically doing no additional toward it. But yeah, that's basically the whole rundown on it. There's a bit more information on it. I should probably do a specific video on it. That's something I don't have a specific video for. I've explained it quite a few times in various different ways, but as well as in the Let's Play series both times. But I don't think I have a video that ever addressed it. I should probably figure out what that formula is off the forum, get it, and just do like a whole explanation of it one day. I should add that to the video list too. There's so many things on the video list of videos I need to do eventually. There's so many on it sometimes I just don't know what to do. Okay. Well, let's take that down. Can you make a team with a new troop? Sure. I actually haven't bothered using the new troop yet. I don't even know if I bought the new troop. I'll be doing the videos for it tomorrow. And we'll probably be using it a lot more on stream tomorrow. Today I was kind of just going to do most of the troop changes. But yeah, I can go do the new troop as well. I actually haven't used it once yet. I don't even know what its ability is. I believe it's deal triple damage if its armor is higher or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But I haven't used it once, so we'll go do that. I will be having a whole video out on it for it tomorrow, though. Probably 2 different ones. Let's see. Well, we'll go for blue, I guess. Oh, we're not frozen anymore. Well, we will be once we hit him. And that completely misses, and he's not frozen on blue. That's annoying. So he will be able to take a lot from the board right now. Oh, don't you dare do that on blue. Good. That's actually fine. He didn't really mess this up at all right there. Okay. Well, I guess we go purple or blue or something. Let's just go for blue there. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so Queen Mab is not an option. That is not going to be an extra turn, but I think I'm still going to take it. And we'll be able to bait him out with a skull too, so that works out. Okay. Now, can we get a Devourer? Nope, no Devourer. Nor a baited skull. So he is going to get Bone Dragon off. Oh, there goes Bone Dragon. Bye, team. At least he's frozen. Oh, I keep forgetting. I can't actually hit him because of Frozen Soul. I always like look at it and it's like, oh, I'm not frozen. And then, oh yeah, he's Bone Dragon. He doesn't care if you're frozen. If you hit him with skulls, it'll always do that. Oh, let's just do that and get some skulls, get an extra turn if we can. Actually, never mind. There was no way to get an extra turn there. Blue and skulls were both frozen. And okay, so all we really need to do now is go up Queen Mab.
Mana surge.
You're using Gorgotha, Dragon Soul, Lady, Ironbeard, and Kristarnex. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will be using it with a Gorgotha because it is from the kingdom. I think she might even be decent with an entirely with her own kingdom too. But I'll probably just do it with a Dragon Soul, Kristarnex combo like you mentioned. Pretty much anything can work with that. Gorgotha, Dragon Soul, Kristarnex, and then literally anything in the last slot works pretty well. Actually, the Kristarnex goes before the Dragon Soul. But yeah, we can go do that right after this. Well, let's just kill it. Oh, don't you dare summon. Good, we got a baited skull. Oh, that's going to be something else too. I wonder if they're actually going to add that. Console's got it, but I don't know if they're actually adding it next patch or not. I assume they are, but the customizable AI, because right now consoles actually have a customizable AI that they can set for their defend teams, And one thing that would actually come in play with a lot is how the AI takes skulls. Because right now it is excessively easy to bait out the AI into taking skulls, as well as when they're frozen, it's really easy to bait them into 5 times that they don't want, because they'll prioritize, in many instances, the 5 times, just to make sure you don't have it, but then they'll lose their turn. And there's quite a few ways to bait them out with skulls and stuff like that. But anyways, let me go and do the new Ironbeard. Did I even buy copies of it? I think I did. Let me check real quick. KZL. I believe I bought the copies, but I didn't bother using it yet. Yeah, I already got all the copies I need. So it's already all the way upgraded. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. There's troops that actually have bonuses this week. Gosh, it's mainly because it's all KZL, isn't it? Oh, so I should definitely be using Gurgotha a lot more this week then. Might need to use some deep bore teams. Emperina, I don't really think we might be able to do much with that, unfortunately. Apothecary, we could probably use some this week. And I don't normally use Lord Ironbeard, but triple damage to red. That's 100 and what is that? 102 damage. So that's quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, that's not enough to actually one-shot most things this late in the game. So we won't really be able to use him either. So basically, just Gorgoltha and her are the only 2 options. Oh, Rockworm Loop. Oh, might have to bring Rockworm Loop back again. It gets countered so easily by Frozen, but if they don't have Frozen, it's pretty funny. Okay, let's go over to suggested teams. Oh wait, never mind, we're already there. Oh, not a Gorgoltha. I mean, not a Bone Dragon spam. Let's go and do the team. Gorgoltha for Starnex. Actually, I don't know why I just don't type that. It's so much shorter, and it brings them up. And what else do we need? Oh yeah, duh. The new trip. Oh, Lady Ironbeard and Lord Ironbeard. Interesting. Yeah, but her ability deals damage to an enemy. If armor is greater, triple the damage. Oh wow, she actually has more damage than him this week too, or always actually. Traits are abysmally bad though, especially compared to his. Like his traits actually aren't bad, but hers, gosh, you don't need any of her traits. At most, you would need Dwarven Bond. Do not bother trading her. She's just a waste of trade stones. Focus on Behemoth or Behemoth or something. Even the nerfed Corvash would be better to trade than this thing. Okay, and banner I'll have to switch to Dragon Soul banner, which I think I just passed already. There it is. Okay. So, let's get into it. Emperina was spelt wrong on the event tab last time you checked. Quite funny. Oh, there was something else that was spelt wrong too, or it said treasure. Let me see if I can find a screenshot of it. It said, what did it say? Let me see. View screenshots. Yeah, there was a lot of misspellings on it. I think there was like 2 different misspellings. Let me see if I can go find it real quick. I believe it's in my most recent. Oops. Oh, I might have just crashed Steam. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, not this again. No, I might have just crashed Steam. Okay, our thing might. I think we just lost this battle. Hate when I do that. For some reason, Steam really needs to change how they do their screenshot library, because this is like the 3rd time it has crashed me. Okay. Because if you ever do anything that like clicks show all or something like that, yeah, close the program. Okay, yeah, we're about to X out of Gems of War. Not intentionally, but this thing ended up crashing me. Oh. Good job, Steam. Good job. I'm stuck in a... Okay, let's see if we can actually play or not while it's trying to crash. We might just randomly just end up crashing from this game. Not because of Gems of War in any way, but because of Steam. But we'll see what happens in a moment. Okay, Steam just crashed. We'll see if this game crashes in a moment. If it randomly just closes, that's not me closing it. That's just the game crash. We'll find out in a moment here. Also, thank you, Tasco Sweeney, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Alright, well, let's get rid of these yellows. We'll focus more on the brown if we need Gorgoltha. Hey, I'm surprised it didn't crash yet. Oh, not enough mana. Didn't get the surge. Can we drop that? No, we cannot. Yes, we can. No, we can't. I was hoping green could, but it would only lower down by 1 everywhere. Well, I guess we'll still do it on green. for cascade reasons. Nope, didn't get any. Okay. Wait, is Chris Starneck still broken? I didn't even realize that. Is this damage output still broken? I think it is. That was a lot more damage than it should have done. Yeah, Lord got 2 times versus monsters and stone skin instead of armored. So he does have much better traits than Ironbeard. Actually, we're not even using her. The whole point, I just made a team for the whole point of just like using her, but there we go. She's basically just like any one-shotting troop, except her armor needs to be higher, right? If your armor is greater, yeah, all she has to do is have a higher armor, which is pretty easy to do. Especially if you're using physical damage, all of their armor will be 0 then. So we can aim this at literally anything, even the Bone Dragon. Yeah, I could see me using her quite a bit. The only problem is, I need to double check what her value is on a normal week, because she is 50% stronger this week, so she won't always have that big of a hit. But she is pretty good cleanup for a team like this. And now we just need to Gorgultha into Dragon Soul, and that's a match. Oh, never mind. Don't even need to do that. Oh, there it goes. There's the crash I was talking about. That wasn't me. That was just the Steam from earlier. Okay, so let me log back into Steam. Oh gosh, Steam. Why you do this to me? Yeah, that wasn't me closing the game. That was the game crashing from what I was mentioning earlier. That's the second time on stream that has happened too. It's happened to me 3 times, twice on stream. It has to do with the screenshot library. Whenever you end up accidentally clicking show all or doing any kind of weird thing to it, where it has to bring up a lot of files, it ends up just going crazy and crashing Steam. And they haven't made a update for that yet. Hopefully they do, because I've had that happen a lot, and it's been around for like months now. So let me go over to Gems of War real quick and get that screenshot up from what we were talking about earlier, just real quick. We'll only take like a second if it doesn't crash this time. Let's see, show on disk, and it's the second image here. Oh, I also have an error message I need to go show to the devs. It's not an important one. I just end up losing 50 gold keys. I might as well not even bother with it. 50 gold keys is basically nothing, but hey, that's 50 gold keys that should have been mine. Okay, I think I copied to the... let me see. Hopefully that went to my desktop. If not, oh well. Well, let's see if we can show this real quick. Oh, we already have it up. And, oh yeah, I still don't have Gems of War up right now. I should probably go do that. But let me go replace this out real quick so I can show the thing. There it is. Yeah, so the misspelling on it. I don't know if it was changed from earlier, but look, it says Treasure Hunt. And is Emperina spelled wrong? Emperina. That looks right. But if you... Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't click OK. Oh, never mind. I didn't click to show it. But, yeah, if you look right there, you can see it says Treasure... I don't know what it currently still says. We can go check it real quick. But, yeah. Emperina, I think, is spelled correctly, though, isn't it? Unless they accidentally changed it and made it wrong. But let me go and start Gems of War back up. Don't crash this time. No, it won't. The only reason it crashed earlier was because of Steam being Steam. There we go. Let's make sure the stream is going with everything. And yep, everything's in order. So yeah, let's see what it says now. Events. Yeah, okay, they fixed the... Oh, that's funny. They fixed the treasure hunt, but they misspelled Emperina now. Oh, that's golden. That is golden. I need to post that to the forum if no one has yet. Both of them. Because I don't know if anyone bothered to do both of them yet. But look, let's do the before and after. They spelled Emperina correctly the first time, and then did treasure incorrectly, obviously. They just forgot to put the RE. But then they fixed the treasure, but then they somehow misspelled Emperina during it. So I have no clue how they managed to do that. Like, they fixed a mistake and then made it even worse. That's hilarious. But yeah, that's great. Good job. This isn't the first time either. Scion, I'm pretty sure it was Scion. Scion has been pretty notorious for making misspelling mistakes like that. There's been a lot of them in the past. Normally they check it and it gets caught pretty soon, but oh, that's great. He normally does it too late or too early in the morning. Well, let's just do this one, and then we can go do a different team or something. Does dwarf team for event mean 4 dwarves, or can you use 1? Which one do you mean? Dwarf team for the event. You don't need to use any dwarf teams for the event. This week is doing treasure hunt to get event gems.
Mana surge, mana surge, mana surge, mana surge.
If you're talking about the bonuses, only the dwarves and Kazale troops have the bonus this week. If they're Kazale, they have 25%. If they're Kazale dwarf, they have 50%. Also, dwarves not in Kazale also have 50%. I mean, 25%. Let's see. Wait. Oh, the other one. Sorry, never mind. I didn't see. I forgot about the other one. Never mind. I thought you were talking about the event gem. I forgot to even look at the other one. I didn't bother doing any of those yet because I've been so focused on all the troop changes. I haven't even bothered really looking at those screens. But yeah, I forgot. Never mind. I'll go test that right now. If I'm not mistaken, it has to be a full team of dwarves. But I can go double check that real quick and see what happens if we use only 1. But normally in the past, it had to have been a full team. You did 2 treasure maps on break, both 60 turns. Wow, nice. Okay, let's just one-shot the Dragon Soul. 69! Okay, so let me go test that, because I actually haven't yet, and I'll need to know for the video tomorrow too, to let everyone know. Yeah, it is probably 4 dwarves. All the other ones have been 4 in the past. So, let's test it without it, and then we'll know for sure if it does or does not need to be. Okay, let me just double check that. Bonus gold. Use dwarf team in explore mode to gain a 500 gold bonus. So let's use only 1 dwarf. Let's use literally what we just used. 478 is our gold. It should be over 10,000 if it gives us 500 extra, because there's a little bit of gold we'll also get. So if it's not over 10,000, then it's not giving us the full bonus. So let's just go to, wait, never mind. It has to be explore. What do I need to explore in? I don't think there's really anywhere I need to explore. Let's just go to Zolcaria, I guess. I think I still need green purple a little bit. I think I only have like 50 of them. Only 50. But let's go do this. I'm pretty sure it has to be a full team, but we'll know for sure after doing this. If it's under 10,000, then it needs to be a full team.
Mana surge.
Or if it's like right, well, if it's right below, we'll know. It'd be pretty obvious based on how much gold we get. These were at about 400 something. So we just need to calculate it upwards from there. Based on how much we get right now. Okay, that's match. And let's see how much we get. So 466, that's obviously without it. So that should only put us like right below the 10,000 mark if it didn't give us the 500. But if it did give us the 500, it should easily be over 10,000. Yep, it doesn't. It has to be all dwarves. That's what I thought. It's just like any other week. So it's basically pointless to try doing it because there's no team of 4 dwarves that you can viably use. I'd really advise not doing it. The teams you'd use are like way ridiculously slow. Where should I put this team? Now let's just do it over Shadow Dragon. I'm gonna try real quick just to see though, but I'm pretty sure these teams are ridiculously slow. The only quick thing on it is Deep Borer. Maybe we can use it with Deep Borer. I don't know if repeats count though. Normally, it doesn't like repeats either. It normally has to be 4 unique of whatever it wants. But let's see. Kazale. Bombardier maybe for the board control. Dwarf. Music cutting out. Good job. And Lord Ironbeard. That'll work. Let's see. Deep Borer goes into that. And go into that. Should I put Lord Ironbeard first? She can probably one-shot everything. Actually, it'd almost be better just going a bunch of Lord Ironbeards. Too bad none of them have a link of any kind. Oh wait, yeah, there is one. He has Fire Link. Doesn't really help with this team. Maybe if I put multiple deep borers. I'll try this, and then I'll try multiple deep borers. But this should definitely give us the extra 500 gold. Banner we'll just set to double blue, actually, in this case. Well, let me double check this real quick. Okay, so we're basically at the 10,000 mark, so this should definitely give us the extra. The main thing I need to see, though, is if the next one will give us the extra. Yep, what am I doing? Needs to be Explore. But yeah, it's definitely not worth doing this week. I'm pretty sure they're way too slow. Deep Borer is a dwarf. It was actually made into a dwarf. It's a mech dwarf. I guess the assumption is that there's a dwarf operating the mech suit. Is what I guess people assume it to be. But yeah, it is actually a dwarf. This was changed in, I think, the 2.05 patch. It wasn't always a dwarf. It used to only be a mech. But when they added like double classifications for everything, they made it into a dwarf as well. It seems a little weird because obviously it doesn't look like a dwarf at all, but it does count as a dwarf. So do keep that in mind. It's actually the best thing you could possibly put on an all dwarf team too, which is kind of nice. Well, let's just start killing everything and then see what we get. The main thing I need to see is what happens if we use triple of it to see if that actually still works. This definitely is not viable. I would not advise trying to get gold this way using an all dwarf team, but might as well show one for later. I just need to double check to see if the other one will work, because I want to see if we can use multiple of the same chirp. Because if we can, I'll probably use triple deep borer with her, what's her name, with Lady Ironbeard. Hello, Chris, again. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, let's try this one more time. So we did indeed get the 500 there. So now what we need to see is if we get the 500 again. If we get up to about halfway mark, then we know we didn't. If we get all the way up to the next 1,000 and it's like 900 something or 800 something, then we know we did get it. But let's try this again, except let's try it with multiple of a copy of one. So let's put in double deep borer. Actually, should I put in double Ironbeard? We can always change the banner for it. Yeah, let's put in double Lady. Lady Ironbeard. That's why I have two of her. I deliberately bought two just in case we need her for something, and this is what we need her for. And actually, we could just stick with double blue banner. I was going to go blue-brown. I might just go with blue-brown. Might as well. So let's do that. Blue-brown. And let's see if this gives it. Just double check the gold. Okay. So we should be around 211,000 and about 800 or 900 by the end of this. If and only if it does give the... Oops, I'm clicking on every wrong thing. Oh, I forgot. We kept this here earlier so we could claim it this week. But let's go do an explore real quick. Oh, Lady Ironbeard, Apothecary Lord. Oh yeah, Apothecary counts as a dwarf too, doesn't she? Didn't even think about that. We could actually put that in here. If we can't get... if this doesn't work, we'd probably put Apothecary in here. But if this does work, there's no point in doing anything other than this.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Because it's going to be exceptionally quick. We already just won, basically. All we have to do is cast both of them. At least for a dwarf team, is pretty quick. But let's see if we actually get that gold or not. I'm pretty sure it has to be unique dwarves, in which case we'll probably put in Apothecary and something else into this team. Okay, so there goes that. Let's see if we get our gold, see how much we get at the end of this. So, 988. Yeah, that is including the 500, isn't it? Yeah. Oh! I just have the insane luck. We even get a brown-blue trait arcane. We did that in just like 3 battles. Or how many did we do? 2, 3? But yeah, it does actually give us the extra 500. So that's good to know. They don't have to be unique dwarves. So I'm pretty sure this week, if you do want to farm gold with it and explore, your best bet is probably to use this team. Double of the Lady Ironbeard that was just added with double deep borer on a blue-brown banner. You could even try this with 3 deep borers. if you have it fully traded. Of course, you need the water link on it, or 2 traits on it. And you could try it with a double brown instead, but I think it might be better with double Ironbeard. But yeah, just make sure you have +3 on your Deep Bore's blue so you can get it up in 1 turn if you happen to get a surge. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the quickest gold farm team you can do with it, and it does indeed count it. It does indeed give the extra 500 gold, so... Okay, well, now we know that. So that's answered. Yes, it does have to be a team of all dwarves, but using repeating dwarves does count. Let's not use that in PvP. Let's use this other one more time. I might show this one. I hate having to always go for the traditional ones, though. I might find something else for it. I'll probably try an all KZL with it for the video and something else, though it might just be this team. But definitely need to go in all KZL to mess with it. Deep Bore, Apothecary, her, and like one other thing would probably be pretty solid. At least for as far as dwarves go. Dwarves are still towards the weaker side. That hasn't really changed with the addition of her. But as far as dwarves go, she actually is one of the better ones. And now whenever I need to give a blue-brown suggestion for people, and for whoever don't have like Emperina, I mean, keep calling him Emperina. For people who don't have like Behemoth or Corvash, I can just say Lady Ironbeard now, because she's pretty good compared to something like the oh, what's his name? The one that takes 9 mana, that's brown-blue from KZL as well. Because normally I suggest him if people don't have like a Behemoth for the all AoE true damage, or the all AoE physical damage team that hits all the enemies. But now I can just say her, because she can just do cleanup instead of the other one. She does way more damage than it, and only costs 3 more mana. She also doesn't need any traits, which is pretty nice. Hello, Max. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We'll lower that down. And we can easily just tap the one-shots now. And let's start with that. Right on the Gorotha. Hey, and he didn't get revived. Nice. Okay, we'll take out brown, get our purple, get our crystallize. I didn't get surge though. Or we did, just not in the right color. Entangle, not going to matter though, because we can cleanse it next turn. 1 mana. All that for 1 mana. Worth it. And that's match. All I has to do is hit 1 skull. Technically, he could miss, but that'd be very, very hard to do with that much on the board. But yeah, it works out pretty nice. It's still basically the Gorgotha, Crystar, and X Dragon Soul team that's doing most of it, though. That triple combo, of course, is the base of it. But we'll go try some other teams after this. Still a lot more that we have. Even though we've tried so many different teams this stream, there's still quite a few that we haven't even gotten around to yet. Like, I don't think I've done a single Hydro team yet this this stream. Well, as I think like 1 or 2 others. I need to go double check on which one's changed again. Also, I didn't do Corvash or Ranger. I'll probably save that for my Let's Play account, because those would be the most applicable too, because I've been using both of those quite a bit, particularly Corvash. So the effect of it would be most noticeable probably on my Let's Play account. So we'll probably do it there instead. Also, I haven't done a Let's Play video yet for a while now too. Let's just go and Dragon Soul that, and that's almost match. Too bad we don't have another AoE. Probably just have to waste a turn for Gorgotha. No, we'll just tap it and then we'll kill it with Gorgotha skulls. Something that doesn't happen too often. Oh, never mind. I was gonna explode it, but that's quicker. You got Guard's Avatar a couple days ago. Oh, very nice. Oh, and it's your first mythic. Congrats. Pretty good one to use too. You normally can't go a loop team with it, but as long as you put something like an Honor, it'll be fine. An Honor or Devoted, anything that can really give it a lot of armor and keep looping it is normally sufficient. Okay, so let's go and... where's the... Did I overwrite the other suggested team slot? There's actually a pretty good Kraken build that we were doing earlier with the looping on it. That didn't end up working well. That's for Explore. This still works pretty well, but... I should... Oh! That's why I wanted to try that I haven't yet. First slot, Scion. If I can find a spare spot. There we go, Sacrifice. Oh. Oh, this is the fun Sacrifice team, though. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is the weird one. Never mind, that's not the fun one. Okay, but let's go get a first slot Scion team. I haven't used that in ages upon ages, mainly because skull spam. But let's try that with all true damage. So let's get a Merilith in there. Let's get... It's pretty much going to be the same team except with Moloch first slot, I'm pretty sure. I mean, with Scion first slot. Let's see. Well, as far as other colors, we kind of need a Gorgoltha, because that would be the thing that covers both of them. Or we could go Amnesia into one other color. But I still think Gorgoltha would be better. We'll just use it as a way back their tank. Basically just be for mana generation. It would probably be better if we could put something else in. The only problem is I don't think there's anything that we could do to cover brown true damage. Because we could put a Moloch in here. But now we're going to have the problem of we don't have mana generation. And we don't have brown. So we'd need a brown true damage to make this work. Preferably one that is a Daemon. Does that even exist? I don't think it does. We could just put a Famine in, I guess. He has a 1 in 4 chance of doing true damage, kind of. But that's the closest we got. Oh, there's Watcher, but we don't have any stats effects, so that doesn't do anything. Well, it kind of does. 21 damage, true damage, plus 1 to adjacents. It just doesn't mana drain without stats effect on it. So yeah, that's basically the only true damage we have with that color. Does it have any link on it? No, it doesn't. If it had a mana link, it might be worth it in this team. But without it, it won't really be able to do much. So we're better off just going like Famine or something. Or just put it in the Gorgoltha, like I said. So we'll just put that in. Banner color, we'll just go a red on one other color as well. Probably a red-yellow. And see how that does. Or Scion first slot, actually, I should name it. There we go. Okay. Let's see what this does. It's really good against Gorgoltha. Fully traded Scion in first slot is one of the strongest combo, or one of the strongest troops against Gorgoltha. You're using Deep Boar, Spark Grinder, Lady Ironbeard, and Apothecary with Kraken Banner. It's slow. I know. I really do not advise trying to get gold this week by doing the Explore. Dwarves are towards the weaker side, and even if they are a little bit quicker, it's not going to make that much big of a difference. You might as well just do PvP. But yeah, I really don't advise doing the Dwarf extra 500 gold this week. I hate when they put it on Explore only because it's really hard to do it, especially when they do it on troops that are completely useless, like Dwarves. Dwarves have never been good. Of course, the new Lady Ironbeard makes them slightly better, but they're still pretty bad. Okay, I really need reds and greens, and this board is not giving me either. I also need skulls, because we can mana generate off of skulls, which is something that only Scion. Scion's literally the only troop in the game that can do that right now. Mana generate based on skulls. That'd be pretty cool if they added a troop like that, though. Like whenever a troop takes, like as a legendary trait, like whenever a specific troop takes a color or takes a skull off the board, it gives it mana or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. But let's go throw down our Drain, throw down Merilith, and hopefully find a skull soon, because we'll be able to steal all his mana from it. He only has 4 because we keep draining it with the Scion, but and the Famine and the Moloch, but like right here, we can take the last 4 mana that we need. Only troop in the game that can do something like that, and then get full mana because we stole all of his. Yeah, Scion first slot's something that you basically don't even see anymore at all, but it is pretty strong. It's definitely the strongest against Gorgoltha, and now that Scion is actually buffed up a little bit, we might start seeing it a bit more. We'll throw a Merilith down and hopefully don't give him a 4 times or 5 times. Oh, there we go, perfect.
Mana Surge.
Yep, store turn.
Mana Surge.
Take your pick, and we can easily just drain whatever it does. We have so many drain options. Only problem is he ended up using all his mana now, and now I don't have anything to really damage him off of. Nor can we siphon any mana. Okay, let's get this Gorgoltha killed already. Oh wow, it survives. Really? Oh, and I didn't take the purple. Oops, that was free purple.
Mana Surge.
And he takes the color I need.
Mana surge.
Okay, well, Marilift for the kill. Yeah, it's a little bit towards the slower side, but I did want to try it. Or the one we're doing right now. A double Scion team. Double Scion actually does not work that well. I have tried it in the past. Of course, it is a little bit better now, but the little bit of betterness that it has isn't really going to make a double Scion team work. You're better off using Scion with Famine, if you happen to have it. Because that ends up covering every color except for red. And if you just put a Moloch in or a Marilift, you just covered every single color. Normally I advise using the two of them instead of double Scion. Of course, if you don't have it, you guess you could try it. But other than maybe with Valkyrie and Gorgotha, there isn't really too much you can do with it. Double Scion is very, very slow, mainly because you're using the Scion more as a damage source, and you shouldn't use the Scion as a damage source. Its primary purpose is to steal mana like crazy through skulls and through its ability. The true damage that it does is really minimal. You normally need something like a Marilift or just anything else as far as true damage to do the extra bit of picking on them, or else you won't really be able to do much with its actual ability. Also, you have to waste your turn every single time, whereas things like Marilift can actually loop it, or you can use something like a Corvash or something else for a lot higher damage. Even Crimson Bat and stuff would do higher damage than what it can. But now we can just do team wipe. You basically just chip them down until you can team wipe with your Scion. So you don't really ever need his double Scion. Also, thank you, Kang Bang, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Hello, Earthbound. Welcome. Also, hello, Formula. Sorry, I didn't see you earlier. Hello, Hamidio. Welcome. 3:33 a.m. by you. Wow. Yeah, it's almost 10 p.m. by me. I'll probably be ending the stream in about 20 minutes at around 10 p.m. or so, but can't sleep. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. You reach now level 680 on console. Oh, you got VIP 5. Nice. But yeah, that's Scion. That's Scion in a nutshell. Or at least in first slot anyways. Who else haven't we done? We haven't done a Hydra this stream. Let's see, which other ones did we do? We haven't done Hydra, Keeper of Souls. Oh yeah, someone asked for a Keeper of Souls team earlier, didn't they too? Oh, what did I do? I didn't mean edit. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, we didn't do Orion this stream yet. Or no, well, we did do one with Silent One. Wasn't that good though. And we haven't done Ranger or Emperor Corvash, mainly because they both got nerfed. I'll be saving those probably for my Let's Play account. So let's go do this other few then, before we really wrap things up. So we definitely need to do Orion, maybe another Silent One. And we need to do a Hydra and Keeper of Souls. So let's start on that. Keeper of Souls is pretty straightforward though. Let's see. I almost just want to do what I normally do with it, but we could try something different. The only problem is there isn't too many things that you could really put him in. There's very few builds right now that he's better in than Bone Dragon. I'd probably just do the traditional one then, for now. The things that you can use him for will open up a lot more when we actually know what the Bone Dragon nerf is. But as of this current moment, this team and like a very few other ones are the only ones we can really use them in at this moment. And just go red yellow banner, rush up the Valkyrie, and it goes pretty well as long as you don't have skull spam. Has really good control over where you do everything because you have 3 converts. This team uses more converts than pretty much any viable team in the entire game, because the most you could even have is 4. And the only thing we could really do is put another converting troop up in first slot, maybe like a Hellcat or something. But that would be a bit overkill. Okay. So we'll definitely want to go on the Valkyrie right now. He'll be distracted with the skull. We actually got it off the cascade, so that works out very nicely. And oh, good, red and the purple. It will feed our giant spider, but we can just board clear. Doesn't matter if we don't have any of a color. That's why I really like Aberrath in this first slot, because regardless of what the board is, you can just clear and get a new one that'll hopefully be better for whatever you're trying to do. So it doesn't matter if you actually remove vital colors that you need. It's one of the only few builds that you can actually remove colors that you need. Exploding teams can kind of do it too, but at least with an Aberrath, you know 100% chance that you're clearing the entire board, whereas other things may leave a couple little spots here and there, which will mess it up slightly. But with Aberrath, you always know 100% chance whole board is going away. Oh, speaking about whole board going away, there goes our whole Abraf. He is a bit flimsy because he has a slightly higher attack with lower durability, but didn't think he'd die that quick. Luckily, he's not needed to actually make this team work. It's all Valkyrie, Giant Spider, and Keeper of Souls, because we can just keep infinitely replacing out with spiders. So we actually don't need him, though it does work a lot better with him, because now we don't have a board clear. So when we do things like convert out this blue, we're going to have a little bit worse of a board because we can't actually use our Valkyrie now, which is a little horrible. But now we can just use that, get that going again, clear out a bunch of board. No, that didn't quite work as planned. Gosh, Abraf, live a little longer. I'll throw that at red. But yeah, you essentially just keep doing this, except for the Abraf, which would be doing a lot more damage in this little spider. But of course it has infinite tanks with the giant spider, so you don't really need to worry about it. Loops very, very well as well.
Mana surge. Rise from the dead. Critical hit.
Ooh, I don't want to have to get rid of brown. Well, I guess we can. It is the color that he uses, but we can primarily just do that for purple, as long as the board is good enough. There we go. We don't have any other than purple, which I preferably do not want to do, but he has a few enough troops, so I think we can get away with it. And yeah, now we won't have anything to do because we got rid of all of our purple.
Mana surge.
Now, will he get black manacles off? That would be very annoying if he did. Also, I just realized this has immunity to poison. No wonder why we're not getting poison off on it. Good, he didn't get Devour. But yeah, Valkyrie, Giant Spider, Keeper of Souls. Really, really good combo if you need something for Keeper of Souls. Even better now that we don't have to worry about as high of a mana.
Mana surge.
Now, can we kill this last one before he devours us? Hopefully. Let's Valkyrie that. Get our mana. Or at least get it cleared. I need to try getting a Giant Spider cast, so if we can get anything that will help clear that. So that'll give us the mana we need. We won't have the damage though, because this little spider does such a little amount. That'd be cool if it actually ever did get a higher attack. They'd probably never do that though. It would probably be way too broken with quite a few different teams. But luckily, since it does have a lower attack, it does have a higher durability, which makes it good for a meat shield, which is what many people use it for. Oh, let's just do this on red. That's actually a pretty nice cast. That might even be the match, or pretty close to it. Yep, there we go.
Mana surge.
Nope. Oh wait, yeah, we still got it. And of course we get the 50% extra souls because Keeper of Souls. First straight Necromancer. Or Necromancy, I mean. Oh, hello, Earthbound. I'm doing pretty good, You just tried triple Kraken with Giant Spider and it worked better than you expected. Yeah, it does, because you can just keep looping the Krakens with the Giant Spider. You have to get lucky enough to get the loop going, though. We can go try it right now. If you don't get the loop going, it'll be very, very slow. Normally, I would just set it to a double blue to get the Giant Spider up, but you could set it with the purple instead, so you can get more of the Krakens up. But I'm pretty sure I'll prefer to rush up the Giant Spider instead. So let's go do that. Normally, I just prefer doing Green Seer with it too, because you can Green Seer Giant Spider loop, so you don't have to worry about the inconsistency of the board. But we'll go do this. Double blue. Actually, never mind. Frozen Banner. You can cover both. You get double blue and double purple. Even though that only gives +1, the other purple comes from the Giant Spider. So there we go. So let's see how this does. Though this isn't really that weird. This is a really weird team. I think this guy is still left over from Mongo from last Friday. That really random one with all randomness. Okay, so let's take that upwards.
Mana surge.
What to do here? Ideally blue. I guess we just gotta go purple. I'm not too worried about the skulls, especially since he has agile. Rather get this loop going than anything else. Let's see. Yeah, now here's the problem with not using green seer or anything.
Mana surge.
There was green over there, but the main colors I need are blue. Or mainly just blue. Blues and purples, but mainly blue. But we end up getting it. So let's see. Red. Red will give us a decent amount of mana. No extra turn though. Might have to go for it. Oh, never mind. Hello. I literally was just clicking on the extra turn area. Well, let's throw down Kraken. And we got the loop going. Oh, it's over. It's over. This match is over. Actually, we don't have that much blue on the board. Maybe not. Let's see. Alright. Oh, there's yellow over there I could have taken. Oh, there we go. Yeah, triple Kraken with Giant Spider. I still prefer it with Green Seer Giant Spider because of if you get a bad board, it can give a very, very slow start. And things like Famine and Corvash and a couple others can like set you behind forever. But yeah, it's still very strong. Regardless if you do Green Seer Giant Spider or just triple Kraken with a Green Seer Giant Spider. Let's see. Oh yeah, we still need to do Hydra and a few others. Oh, Orion. Though I can't do it against this. Actually, I can't even use Hydra against this. I could try Silent One again. Let's try some kind of Silent One build. Do it over suggested team slot. Let's clear this out. Let's get some kind of Silent One build. Let me actually do it with a cleanse too, so we can silence spam infinitely. That's something I didn't show in the video earlier. I mentioned it, but I didn't actually show it. What's a good blue spammer that's not Valkyrie or Justice? I don't think either of them actually. There's no other option other than those two. So I could just put. Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, this is gonna be a very weird team. Oops. But wait. I just put Shegra. Gosh. There we go. Shegra. Mercy. I gotta do this. I have to. Inferno King. Double yellow. This needs to happen. Oh gosh. We're doing this. Hello, amazing guy. Welcome. Also, hello, Caliber. Let's see. Do I like Ferris Raw? It's pretty good at farming. I like that it can actually one-shot in late game. As far as using it, though, I don't tend to use it that much. I do like the concept of the troop and everything like that. It's just the fact it's mainly used for soul farming, and I already have more souls than I'll ever need, unless they add some kind of new feature in the future. But as of this current moment, I really have no need to use a Ferris Raw, because its main purpose of farming souls I do not actually need to do, because I have enough souls on this account that as long as they keep the format of the game exactly as it is, I will never need more souls ever again, or at least go out of my way to farm them anyways. So I really have no need to use a Ferris Raw. If he happens to work in a team, then I'll probably use him, but there's really no need for me to do anything with him. Also, come on, what is this board? Can't get a single mercy, it's shuffling because there's nothing on it. He gets Death Mark instantly. I really wish they would do that to one turn delay. Like, we could have cleansed that right there. Make sure we didn't get hit. Well, the whole thing I wanted to test, we don't even get to show. I'll have to do this team again then. I wanted to try doing a very quick silent one into an Inferno King. But he kind of ruined it. Oh, and I just gave him brown. And there goes Bone Dragon. I think we just lost. Yep, that's a lose. Watch, he's gonna first turn Death Mark again. Oh no, it's only 10% chance. That'd be very, very unlikely. But it's over. Oh, don't connect to global chat. Why did it have to be so close? Why couldn't they put it like right a little bit over there? Could go just a little bit over. You have all that room right there. Doesn't need to be right next to it. Well, there we go. That didn't work out. Let's try it again. Against not that team. Also against not this team. Gosh, can we get something that's not Skull Spam? Oh gosh, I can't wait till Bone Dragon gets nerfed. This will have to do. Oh, you managed to pull Dracos1337. Is he okay to trade or anything? No, do not trade him. Do not trade, do not, well, you can use him if you want, but don't waste your traits on him. We'll probably know in about 2 months if mechs are going to be good, because that will be when Nadana has their next update. But as far as, or event, I should say, but as far as his current state, he is way too high at mana cost for what he does. It's just a silence stun and a mana drain. and just a 25% chance to instantly kill. It does hit through Impervious, but you're better off just using a Cabarrus or something else. Even in all dragon teams, he isn't particularly good. Fully traded, he can decrease magic by slightly, but it's a very, very, very minimal amount. And things like Moloch and Plague can actually reduce it overall by more, since you can loop it a bit better. So yeah, you really have no need to really use a Dracos. Definitely don't trade him. You can mess around with him with dragon teams and stuff. I wouldn't really waste your traits on it though.
Mana surge.
It's just not worth it. Adana's getting 3 troops that month. Yeah, Adana, that's why I said it's going to be pretty big change to it too. Because mechs will probably be decent then. Because Adana is getting 3 in, I think it was the 10th of April, if I'm not mistaken. Adana is getting 3 new troops. So at that point, Dracos will probably be decent because there'll be a lot more mechs you could use it with. But as of its current state, with its current synergies, with the current troops that exist, there's basically no point in using them. It just doesn't have the synergy to really work. Also, what is up with this board? 2 horrible boards in a row.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
This is why I hate using Mercy and Inferno King. You just never get alignment on them sometimes.
Mana surge.
Okay, well, we can take double 3s. I might just have to. I need that silence.
Mana surge. Mana
There we go. Now that's what I wanted, except on an extra turn. And perfect, we'll be able to get that drain on him. So there we go, completely disabled silence team. I haven't seen that for ages.
surge.
Oh, it's such a glorious sight. This used to be... No, this used to be the worst sight you could ever see back when Silent One used to be the meta. Because it not only mana drained, like, or I should say, it not only silenced, but it used to mana drain as well. And it used to last for almost twice or 3 times as long as it does now. And it was pretty broken. Silent One at one point was the most overused troop in the entire game. Definitely not anymore, nor will this update really change him that much. But at least he's slightly more viable now. I just really wish they would change the traits up slightly. Like, Water Link is fine. Demonic Pack and especially his legendary trait is what I absolutely hate about it. If it did like triple damage and a trait that actually mattered, it'd be pretty good. Well, let's just take a skull. Because all it does is just keep spamming the silence to keep them silenced. It doesn't actually have any damage output. Maybe if they raise the attack some, it could be kind of decent as well. At one point, Silent One was tied at the highest attack in the entire game. Right now, it's like, I think 5 to 6 attack off from being the highest, which is quite a bit of difference from what it used to be.
Mana surge.
And it being the highest attack in the game was also when it was completely broken with its ability. So it not only had the highest attack, it had the best ability in the game too, at one point, both at the same time. Okay, so Inferno King for the win, as long as we have skull alignment, and we do. And of course we have Silent One again because the Mercy can just cleanse it, so we get it right back up. So we can just keep them silenced forever, as long as they don't have immunity. But yeah, Silent One, main problem that he's always had, even when he was the meta, a little bit slow to use because he doesn't do anything damage-wise to really speed up the battle. He helps you win, but he doesn't actually help you speed up the win. Except maybe with Water Link, but that's not really anything. Oh, he's using an all-dwarf team, that's funny. Oh, that is very tanky too. Let's go use a Bone Dragon team, let's just cheese it with one. Might as well. Oh wait. Oh, here was the, wait. Oh, never mind. I was wondering what that was. Never mind. Oh, I overrid it. I don't have a bone. Oh, no, never mind. There it is. Okay, let's just use this real quick. Silent One plus Herdmaster. Yes, Silent One plus Herdmaster works too. You either use it with Mercy or Herdmaster are the 2 best things you can use it with, both of which will basically give the same result. I prefer using Mercy, mainly because it has better control, but if you don't have a fully traded Mercy, you can just use Herdmaster. Herdmaster doesn't need any traits to make it work. Oh, should have taken the brown down there first. But, yeah, you can use it with a Herdmaster. The full team, I don't know exactly what you would do with it. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. Let's see. I'm actually going to take this yellow and hope for a brown. I didn't get it, but it was worth a shot. I don't know what you actually put with that. Probably an Alchemist so you can get it going. And one other thing, because you actually need damage with it. So probably a Silent One, Herdmaster, Alchemist, and then a damage source that can actually use all that yellow. Maybe a Viera or something, but then again that would conflict with oh, maybe a Goblin Rocket. But Goblin Rocket as the only damage source would be pretty slow unless you're really early in the game where you can just kill with skulls. But yeah, I prefer using it with a Mercy. It's just more convenient. Let's see. No point in doing that yet. I guess we can. Get rid of his stone skin. Also, thank you, Rusty Stone, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. Is that really the only move on the entire board? Looks like it. Is it gonna shuffle? No, there's one right there. And then we can take the brown. And then he takes the blue, and then he takes the skull. Then we Bone Dragon. He better stay stunned until we get the Bone Dragon up. Ah, he ruined the brown alignment there. Now I can't take any mana. Again, what's with this board having no moves? Normally when a board has no moves, it'll keep having no moves though. Let's take that. No shuffle yet. I think that will be a shuffle. Nope, red right there. Makes you still stunned. You finally got to tier 1 in PvP and your phone's like, help, battery life. Yeah, that will tend to happen a lot. Just getting into it and then your whole battery goes down. Though, there is a problem with Gems of War where, at least in the past, it used to burn battery life like crazy. I think they fixed it some, but because of the high resolution files they use, it's not the best optimized, and it ends up burning through a lot of your battery. So be careful with that on phones. I haven't actually experienced it myself, but I have heard a lot of guild mates and other people just talk about it and stuff. So definitely be careful with it. You're trolling with subscribing and I'm subscribing. Well, thanks for coming by regardless. Let's see.
Mana surge.
It still burns through the battery faster than any other app you use. Yeah, I would assume so. Because they didn't like condense their files at all, I don't think, when they made it for the mobile version. They basically do the same files that they do on the PC mobile versions, which are pretty huge because of how high resolution they have it and how large the files actually are. I assume they might have downsized it some, but the ones on PC are like such a very, very high resolution. They're actually doing it up to 4K resolution soon. They said sometime midway through this year they are going to upgrade the game to 4K for everyone on console, and as well as for people who have 4K monitors on PC mobile, or PC I should say. I don't even think any phones have 4K displays yet. I don't know for sure, but yeah, it's mainly because their file sizes are like 3000 by like 2500 or something like that in pixels, and they're definitely not small. Okay, well, I'll probably do another battle or two and then wrap it up for tonight. If there's any other teams or questions that you guys have, feel free to leave them now. Otherwise, I don't know, what two should we do? I should probably do this one again. Out of every single thing that has become available, this is probably still my favorite. Even though I was showing this last week, it is a personal favorite of mine. The Gorgulfa Marilift Scion combo. But then we'll do one other one to wrap it up. But yeah, we will be streaming again tomorrow night, same time, 8 p.m. to about 2 hours, basically 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is basically 2 hours previously to now, tomorrow, essentially. That sounded weird the way I said it, but yeah. 2 hours previous to now, tomorrow. Let's see. Well, let's go and take the brown.
Mana surge.
Any chance it'll come out on iOS on Steam? Wait. The game? Wait, iOS on Steam.
Mana surge.
Is there an iOS Steam version? I didn't even realize that's the thing. I don't believe they will be, because I know the only thing they've done on Steam so far is do it for PC, so I don't think they're going to be doing iOS Steam integration. At most, they might eventually do Mac or Linux, but they haven't even done Mac or Linux yet. This game, actually on the PC side, is literally only on Windows right now. There's nothing else available. Unless you do it with like a virtual computer or anything like that. It's like the only way you can get it on PC on something that's not Windows right now.
Mana surge.
Silent One, Kristornix, Alchemist, and Herdmaster. Sure, we can go try that. I might move Kristornix to last slot though. I absolutely hate using Herdmaster last slot, but we could try it though. I hate using anything that's specifically for mana generation in the last slot. It's just, I always love having a damage source there, even if it's a back tank damage source.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana
Yeah, it's only for Windows on Steam. There's not a single other platform where you can get it, unfortunately. That's just in PC in general for this game. I don't know if they'll ever expand it at all, but that's the current state of it. You just got on, is a list of troops affected near the start. Wait, just got on, is a list of troops affected near the start. I don't know what you're asking. Or you're asking for a list of the troop changes? I did a video on it, I can post the link if you need, but I'm not quite sure what you're asking with the question.
Mana surge.
Well, let's go and do that. I'm not even going to bother draining it. We could have, but double brown isn't really going to affect this at all. Yep. Do that first. Use it on Linux on Steam via Wine, but it's hardly ideal, yeah. There's always ways that you can get around it for any operating system. Oh yeah, who was hit? I posted a video on it earlier. That'll probably be better than the actual list. Let me see, which one is it? Here's the video for explaining all of the changes and everything. Just open that in a new tab. That goes over every single change. There's also a link. In that link, there's a link in the description that also leads to the text-based version of it, if you just want to skim through it real quick. But I did a whole video going over all of them. Also did it at the beginning of the stream, but it would be quicker just looking at that video. Yeah, no problem, Fango.
Mana surge.
Okay, so we'll Scion into a Moloch, and if we get lucky, that should be team wipe. Kill both of those, go. Oh, perfect. That's gonna be team wipe then.
Mana surge.
Good job, 1-to-1 ratio, getting the kill. Look at that Moloch buff doing work. Never thought that, actually it kind of is. That he does twice as much damage, so I guess that actually is pretty good on a Moloch change. The one they did to Shadow Dragon was pretty abysmal though. A 3-to-1 to a 2-to-1, but the Moloch one's pretty decent because it does twice as much damage essentially with the drain. But yeah, let me go do that one last team then that was suggested, and we'll end it out there. So the final battle. Oh, and they can all be silenced too, I believe. Silent One. This is a little bit of a weaker team that we're up against, but what's kind of funny about it is as long as we can. Oh, let me get Herdmaster. As long as we can... Brown banner. I need to just pick this team before I start talking, or else my mind's going to be all over the place. Brown, yellow banner. Now I lost track of what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I remember now. As long as we can silence the entire enemy team, it doesn't really matter what their team actually is, because a silenced troop is a silenced troop. Doesn't matter what its ability is. If it's silenced, it's silenced. So regardless, they wouldn't be able to do anything. The team composition doesn't really matter that much against a silent one. The only thing that matters is, does it have immunity or not? Is the only factor. Let's see. Also, I guess if they have double courage could also be a factor, because whenever they take random skulls like that, would buff them up like crazy. And I do like baiting out a couple of them. Okay, so let's take the mana and get them silenced so they can't do anything. Then we'll go into Herdmaster and go from there. Yeah, the main problem I can see with this team happening is too much mana. This is why I didn't want to do this earlier too, when I was suggesting it to myself, just out loud. The main problem with it is too much mana generation and not enough damage. But at least Kristornix, with its glitch, does quite a bit of decent damage. I wonder if they're fixing that next patch. I noticed they didn't really mention anything about it, which is weird. But Kristornix is pretty broken right now. It does a lot more damage than what it should be. Okay, still nothing we can do with Alchemist. Might even be fine not even using an Alchemist here, using like Viera or something instead. Yeah, never mind. That would work because he feeds red to himself. I was gonna say there's nothing to feed red to. Jirachi is. Wow, we actually lost Silent One. Oh, and he just overrid the red I was about to take for the Dbarrel extra turn. Well then. Oh, let's get Herdmaster up then. Oh, that was actually a little bad because that gave rid of its mana. We'll do that on red. And we'll get that up.
Mana surge.
The only things you actually nerfed today, yeah, the only two nerfs were Ranger and Emperor Korvash. Emperor Korvash got hit the most by anything. I wouldn't say Korvash is unusable, but he definitely isn't the tank he used to be, that's for sure. Without Stone Skin, that's a really big hit to him for tankiness. It does kind of make sense though because he is a knight, but still, that was a really big factor that basically made him the Knight Coronet of late game. Now, what's kind of funny is people might just start using Knight Coronet instead of him if they don't actually need a stun, which earlier on in the game you'd pretty much just do anyways, but now it would be a lot more viable to do as well since it doesn't even have Stone Skin anymore. Not to mention that one higher mana, it doesn't seem like one extra mana would be a lot, but because he had a 14 mana cost, that's actually pretty huge. Because previously when he only had 14, you could just set a +1 to both his colors, and he could easily get up in 2 to 3 turns. Now, at minimum, it'll basically take 3 turns if you take it based on just the board alone, which is a pretty huge increase. Because having to waste a whole additional turn just for an ability is a pretty long amount of time in this game. But yeah, that's all the changes that occurred. We will be doing them a lot of different various builds this week. Tomorrow I'll be covering the videos, or at least one video, on the new Lady Ironbeard. We did her a little bit this stream, but of course we'll cover like all the events, her, stuff like that. Other than that, to kind of just mess around with all the teams later. So thank you all so much for coming down tonight. Glad you could all make it. It was a lot of fun. We'll be doing this again tomorrow night, same time, 8 p.m. to right now, Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, thank you all so much for coming out. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you all later. Also, happy Valentine's, everyone. I'll probably say it again tomorrow, but it's some of you, depending on time zone, probably already are in Valentine's Day. So have a good Valentine's Day, whatever you guys may be doing for it. First Valentine's I'm single, or at least as being an adult anyway, so I'm also alone. No, we'll be streaming, so. But yeah, have a good Valentine's and all that. Thank you, Matthew Stewart, for the subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Have a good week.